Y'all, come on. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Mm. Come on in. Come on in. While y'all coming in, I'm in recovery mode. Come on in. Come on in. Once you get here, let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Mm. Pray for you, girl. Hey, Michelle. mm. I hit a good chocolate chip. Man, I needed that. Y'all come on in. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Hey, my niecey Pooh. Hey, Trisha. Today is day 21 of the fast. Last day we made it. So glad I made it. I made it through. Y'all, come on, come on, come on. I'm going to give folks a minute to get in here. And while they're coming in, I'm heating my bar. You all, I just finished my workout. I promised it was 15 minutes, but it felt like forever. My 1044 Pro Bar. It's got electrolytes in it, so it helps to restore what I sweated out. And I sweat it. I sweat it, honey. I sweat it. So you guys come on in, come on in. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Girl, I'm telling y'all, this workout, I'm going to tell y'all something. It was serious, and it was core. I just did core yesterday. Like, that ain't God. Hold on. I got bar all in my mouth. Y'all bear with me. Hey, Mark Quinta. Yay, girl, you got him. Good. You got some more coming from me. How about that? All right. Listen, you guys, today is day 21. And today it's all about peace. Hey, Lakita, how are you, beautiful? South Carolina in the house. We got Tennessee in the house. We got Kentucky in the house. Listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, you guys, let me tell you guys, today it's about peace. How fitting that that's today's devotion. Because I've been dealing with some stuff and I have not had peace. You know, it's one thing to not have peace over things that you can control. It's another thing to not have peace over things that you can't control. And this is the reality. You can't control everything. And so if your peace is dictated by whether or not you can control it, you're in trouble. So I'm dealing with something right now, and I cannot control it. I have no control over it. All I can do is pray. And it's so amazing because I just had this conversation with someone for their life, right? You know, I'm just going to say I can't control it. It's out of my control. So today we're going to be talking about peace. We're going to come from the book of Job. If anybody knows something about the challenges of peace during difficult times, it's Job. So let's see what the scripture says. Hey, Waf, how are you? We're going to be coming from Job chapter 22. Job chapter 22. And I'm going to read from the New Living Translation. Job chapter 22. Now, this is going to be really interesting because this is Eliphaz talking. Eliphaz is one of Job's 3 friends that rolled up on him and just swore up and down that he had sinned. And that's why he was going through what he was going through. But Eliphaz said something within the text that really was significant as it related to peace. In verse 21, he says, submit to God and you will have peace. Then things will go well for you. Submit to God and you will have peace. Then things will go well for you. Listen to his instructions and store them in your heart. If you return to the Almighty, you will be restored. So clean up your life. Submit to God and you will have peace. Well, listen, while Eliphaz's correction of Job was off base, he was right about this. Submitting to God will give you peace. When you submit to God and give your situations and your circumstances to God, then you can have peace. Regardless of what's going on, regardless of how it's happening, you will have peace. At least you can if you choose it. Peace is something you choose, right? Peace is a conscious and active choice. Worry is a natural response. It's automatic. It's triggered by the things that we go through. But peace, on the other hand, you must choose. You have to choose peace. You have to choose peace over worry. You have to choose peace over pain. You have to choose peace over, fighting. You have to choose it. So when you submit to God, you will have peace. Let's talk about this for a minute. Now, can we be real? Y'all just let me know if I can be real with y'all, because I need to know. Because I feel the need to be real, but I don't know. I don't know if y'all ready for my real. I don't know. But can I be real? Can I be real for just a minute? Not that I'm not real the rest of the time, but I'm talking about this is extra real. This is when you know it's going to be something that may not be what you want. Okay? Yes, Lakita. Choose peace. Don't give it away. Don't give away your peace. Y'all let me know if I can be real. Let me know if I can be real. Because sometimes people don't want real. Y'all know that? Sometimes people don't want truth. Sometimes they want the lie. And as sad as it is, a lot of times as women, we're guilty of that. So I'm going to talk to my sisters for a minute. Yes, Lakita said, I love transparency, testify, good. Yes, Laveda said, yep, help yourself. Okay. So I'm talking to my sisters first, then I'm going to talk to my brothers. And this is going to be real, right? Because a lot of times the source of our conflict, challenges, troubles, the place where we don't have peace is relationships. A lot of times that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Hey, Elisa. So, hey, sis. Hey, Angie. Let me be real with y'all. Can I be real? I'm just going to be real, y'all. I'm just going to tell you.
Now playing Angie.
Listen, I didn't tell you to play Angie. Siri, you are meddling. Stay out of grown people's conversations. She always in somebody's conversation. I talk too loud because she'll turn back up. Relationships are often a source of peace. Awesome, Angie. Awesome. Ooh, girl, there's some bonuses, girl. Double bars, double boxes, whatever you would have got, you got double. Okay, I'm going to talk about it at the end, girl. You get double. Crazy, okay? That was God that held you off. Anyway, so this is the deal, you guys. As women, sometimes we tell men we want the truth when we really want to lie. Now, listen, y'all, I just want y'all to hear me out before y'all start attacking me. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Sometimes we say we want truth when we really want a lie. Y'all know you got something on and it's too tight. It don't look right. It's off. It makes your shape look funny. You know it do because you looked in the mirror and you saw it. And you go to that man and you say, baby, does this look all right on me? Now listen, these men know that they damned if they do and they damned if they don't, right? Whatever they say, they gonna get jammed up. So men have learned in response to our responses, right? Our questions and our responses. Because when they tell the truth, it's a whole fight. It's a blow up. They got to go 3 days without getting none. Listen, they going through. You're looking at them sideways. You look like you about ready to punch them in the throat every time you look at them. So they say, hey, listen, I don't want no problems. So this is what I'm going to tell you. Yeah, baby, you look good. Now, is it a lie? Absolutely. But in his mind, he'd rather tell the lie and deal with God than tell the truth and deal with you. He'd rather tell the lie and deal with God than to tell the truth and deal with you. Because listen, if you know it don't look right, don't put that man in that predicament. Yes, Lakita, it does. I'm telling y'all, stop that. And if he tells you the truth, say, baby, thank you for telling me the truth. If you want more truth, reward a man from being truthful with you. Don't punish him. If you punish him for being truthful, you're encouraging him to lie. If you punish him for being truthful, then you're encouraging him to lie. Lakita said Proverbs, the nagging woman. Y'all listen, I'm just trying to help somebody. That's all. I just want to help y'all. Because listen, I know what it's like. I know what it's like. I've been there. I've done that. I've done the whole ask for the truth, get the truth. Now I'm mad because you done told me the truth, right? And I've done the ask for the truth, get the truth, honor the truth for the truth, accept it for what it was, deal with it, and move forward. If you want more truth, honor him when he tells the truth. Thank him when he tells the truth. Reward him when he tells the truth versus when he tells a lie, right? So we got to do better. We got to do better. You want more peace in your relationship? Stop creating situations that are that he can't win in or that she can't win in. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Okay? This is the next thing. This is for my sisters. Then I'm going to go on to my brothers because I don't want anybody to feel like I'm just attacking one group because I'm not attacking anyone. I just want us to understand why we're having some of the problems that we're having. If we understand why we're having some of the problems that we're having, it'll help us to be clear on how to remove the problems from our lives and our situations, right? So this is the next thing, sisters. Sis. Okay? Now, in relationships, we know that we have the situations where we refer the lie to the truth, right? And it creates a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation for the man. And that can create conflict because if he's honest, it creates conflict, right? But there's some other things that happen in our relationships. Y'all, can I talk about it? So this is another thing that happens in our relationship. We're busy telling him, this to my church ladies, y'all church ladies. Everything the pastor said and what the pastor do. Everything the pastor said and what the pastor do. Pastor said that, you should da-da-da-da-da-da. Pastor said da-da-da-da-da-da. Pastor said da-da-da-da-da. Listen, ladies, I'm just trying to help you. Do not be surprised that that man does not want to go to your church where pastor got so much to say about what's going on in his household. Pastor don't live with you. Pastor ain't in the house with you. Pastor ain't got to deal with the stuff that man got to deal with. So when you come in the house telling him what pastor said, he probably want to tell you, well, then you know what? You need to go be with pastor. Okay. Pastor need to be here and I need to be somewhere else because pastor clearly is the head of this household, right? Because all you talking about is pastor. You are. That is the meaning to a man. How do I know? I've done it. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Folks think that because I've been married 5 times and they didn't work, that I didn't learn nothing. I did. I learned some stuff, right? I can definitely tell you some stuff not to do. But because I'm a little hard-headed, may took a little longer for me to learn some things than it does an ordinary person. I'm just trying to save y'all some of the heartache and headache that I had to go through, okay? Listen, pastor is not your husband. If pastor's not your husband, pastor don't need to be the topic of conversation in your house. That's right, Levada. He's saying pastor don't pay these bills, okay? Now, if you want to be with pastor, go over there with pastor and the first lady. You be over there and then pastor can tell you what to do, okay? But over here in this house, pastor don't tell me what to do because pastor don't run this house, okay? Listen, I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help you. Stop making pastor God. Stop making pastor God in your house where you got a whole husband. Don't do it. Creates problems. Been there, done it. Okay? Just telling you firsthand. That's not how you have peace in your home. That's not how you have peace in your home, nor is it how you get him to go to church if he doesn't go. Okay? Let me talk to my brothers for a minute. Let me talk to my brothers. Brothers. Y'all know I love y'all. So know that this is in no way, by no shape, and no form an attack on you. Okay? This is not. Okay? But this is what I'm going to tell you. Brothers, in the same way that I'm trying to word it because I don't want to hurt y'all's feelings. I know sometimes y'all can be a little sensitive. Okay. So in the same way that we have some things that we have to work on, there's some things that you guys have to work on. Okay. Listen, most women, even strong, independent women, do not mind following a man, submitting to a man who knows where he's going and what he's doing. If you don't know where you're going and you want us to follow you, that's a problem. It's a problem. because we're like, well, where are we going? Well, I don't know. Now that's the problem for me, okay? Because if I'm following you and you don't know where you're going, and we just wandering, like what we doing? What we doing? What's the plan, right? So we'll follow you if you got a plan. Most women, I'm not gonna say all, but most women, even independent women, will follow you if you have a plan that makes sense. Okay. Now we may not want to follow you if your plan don't make no sense, because we're gonna be looking at you like, but so if you want a woman to submit to you, if you want a woman to honor you as the head, please get in relationship with God, get clarity from God, and lead. Make decisions. Like make decisions. Make decisions. Make decisions. Okay? If you can do that, then we can follow. If you can be confident in your decisions, like listen, we'll even follow you if you're confident in your decision and you're wrong. Because you're confident. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm not even gonna tell you I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Now, when it don't work, I'm not gonna tell you I knew it wasn't gonna work. I just was waiting for you to. I'm not gonna tell you none of that. I'm just going to go with you. Okay, babe, let's go. If it don't work out, it don't work out. But at least you made a decision. So women, that's how we encourage them to make decisions. Listen, one of the hardest things I ever had to do was fall back in solving things in my house. That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, was just fall back. Let lights get cut off or water get cut off and not fix it. Like wringing my hands like, want to fix it so bad. I want to fix it so bad. But if you never allow a man to be in a position where he has to fix things, then you never put the pressure on him to fix it. So he's always going to do it. I know that in my marriage, like we had to go through that, and there was a switch, right? And he fixed it. He started fixing stuff, right? He started fixing stuff. I was like, yes, I'm here for it. He started fixing stuff, and I stopped worrying about stuff. See, we sit up and we worry about stuff, and we don't have to. Fall back, let him handle it. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. But don't you worry about it. Don't you be stressing about it. Let him lead. Let him lead. And I don't mean let him lead like, I want y'all to hear my heart, because I don't want the men to feel like we're doing you all a favor. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that a lot of times as Black women, especially independent Black women, Black women who've had to do things on our own, solve everything, fix everything, work everything out, make everything happen, like we like naturally go into solution mode, fix it mode, right? So just fall back and allow him to operate in the space that's been created for him. Okay. Let him operate in the space that's been created for him, and watch him blossom, watch him grow, watch him explode, watch his confidence grow. Listen, I'll tell you this, as women, we have the ability to speak life in a man or death. We can make him feel like Superman, like he can leap over a building in a single bound, or we can make him feel like some chewed up, thrown away gum on the bottom of a shoe. We have that ability. Our words are powerful. And the truth of the matter is, if you really get to the core of it, most men have mommy issues. Most men have some type of mommy issue. And so they marry a woman, and then you dealing with his mommy issues. So now you got to not only deal with his issues, you got to deal with his mommy issues. But turn around is fair game, because most women also have daddy issues, right? We have daddy issues, and he got to deal with our daddy issues. So we have these issues with our parents that we try to work out in our relationships and in our marriages. And so we're trying to work it out. But if you don't know what your issue is, you don't know what's resurfacing in your life, what's resurfacing. So you got to know that. But then this is the other thing. A lot of women also have mommy issues too, right? So we got all of these issues, and then men have daddy issues because maybe daddy wasn't there. So listen, we got all these issues from our childhood that are affecting us. We don't realize that they're affecting us. We don't look at them as being at the core of some things, and we don't process through them. Now, listen, my daughter put a post up. She's talking about she's scarred, and it starts with her parents. Listen, This is the thing about me, y'all. Listen, you all know this to be fact. I have never said that I am a perfect parent, that I get everything right. I don't. I haven't. And I won't. I don't, I haven't, and I won't. Let's all tenses, right? But this is what I know. I know that what we have to do is we have to prepare our children as adults to process through the things that they feel like we didn't get right or we didn't get right. They got to process through it. If they do not process through them, they will find themselves going through a bunch of stuff that they do not have to go through. Now, that's just facts. That's facts. How do I know? I did it. Listen, oh, my mama was just the most horrible person in the world because she didn't raise me. Well, she was just horrible. How dare she not raise me? How can you not raise me and expect to be my mama? Like, how can that happen? My dad always found something wrong with me. Like, I had mommy and daddy issues. Listen, they still sometimes trigger, right? But this is the thing. My mom was a freaking teenager. I disrupted her whole life. I showed up and disrupted her whole life. She didn't get to graduate from high school because she was pregnant with me. Now, I'm not saying it's my fault. Like, I didn't ask to be born. I didn't do it. But I'm simply saying people do the best they can with what they have. This is the problem, though. The problem is in the Black community, we won't deal with that stuff. Can we just deal with it? Can we deal with this stuff? And not on no freaking, so don't put no foolishness like that on no darn Facebook. Have a conversation with me. We've talked about this. You and your feelings? Okay, let's talk. Don't be trying to do a bunch of stuff on social media. I'm not with that. And we need to teach our kids how to have conversations, adult conversations about difficult things, even if you don't agree. We're not always going to agree. And that's fine. We don't have to. But don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not with that. Okay? So when we are looking at our lives, men, lead us. Lead us. Show us that, you can lead. Let us see your leadership. It's not that we don't want to submit. I promise you, it is something so powerful and so sexy about a strong man that makes decisions and can lead. Like that to me, like that is everything. Like, you're like, because then you don't have to do all the decision making. You don't have to be the one to decide everything. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God, listen. I just want, listen, I don't like having to make all the decisions. Not only do I not like having to make all the decisions, I don't want to be asked something 1,000 times. Don't ask me a bunch of questions. That agitates me. Like, I want to be able to walk through it. I want to be able to, go through it. Yes, Lakita. Yes. Traumatized, working through it, parents, the same circumstances. Yeah. Listen, we all have stuff. We all do. See, listen, we all have stuff. We just do. So it's not that you have stuff that's the problem. That's not it. The problem is you won't deal with your stuff. You won't face your stuff. You won't face your part in your stuff. And if you don't do that, how can we ever grow? How can we go forward? We've got to be able to do that, right? We've got to be able to do that. So, man, this is the next thing. We want you to lead. We want you to be decision makers. We want that. We want that with all of our heart. Like we want that. Well, most women, I'm saying most women, not all, but most, right? This is the next thing. Listen, we know that you are sexual creatures. We know that, right? We know. But listen, can you do us a favor? Don't let the only time you touch us be when you want to have sex. Can that not be the case? Don't just touch when you want to have sex. How about you just touch just to touch? Like, how about you just hug, hold a hand, kiss? Just like, how about that just not be you touching, you grabbing, you feeling, you groping? How about that? How about that? Can we work on that? Because if we can work on that, then that helps us to be more receptive to your advances in marriage. Let me say in marriage. Let me say that in marriage. In marriage, okay? So know that it's not that we don't want to be physically intimate with you. That's not it. It's that we don't want to just be touched when it's sexual. No, we don't want that, right? So if we can all work on ourselves, right? If we can all work on things in us instead of just putting blame on the other person, then we have a chance. We have a chance to restore Black love, Black relationships. Not that it's all the way gone, but that it's been affected. It's been affected. It's why we have so many women who are single. It's why we have so many men who are dating multiple people. It's why so much is going on. It's why we have men devaluing and disrespecting women. It's why we have women devaluing and disrespecting men. Listen, it is a mutual thing. It's not one way. I can't look at what goes on in the African American community and say it's just Black men or it's just Black women. It's not. It's both of us. It's both of us, and we've got to be able to look in the mirror and see ourselves and see what is it about me? What am I doing? I think one of the greatest things that I've experienced in this separation ending of the relationship of my marriage is that I have, because of the other dissolutions, what I realized is I never really allowed myself to process through a lot of things that have happened to me in my life. And they just were suppressed because I just had to keep moving. I just had to keep going. I just had to keep, solving problems, making money, doing what I do. I just had to keep going. And so God has really had me in a place where he's peeling additional layers back to me and to my life and allowing me to see me in some deeper ways and see some things that I thought I had completely dealt with that I hadn't completely dealt with because they were so deep that like for him to reveal all of it would have overwhelmed me and could have caused me to have a breakdown, right? So God is so gentle in that he just pulls back layers and so we can deal with it a layer at a time until we can get to it, right? And so what I know is that God is doing some incredible things in this season. Now, while on the outside, it looks like this horrible thing that my marriage, is dissolving. Like it looks like a horrible thing, but it's really not a horrible thing because I believe that what it's done is it's forced both of us to really have to dig deep and figure out what is it? What are the things that are going on in us, right? Because when you begin to understand that, then you're better prepared and better equipped for your next relationship. Don't go into your next relationship with all of the stuff that you had weighing you down in your last one. Otherwise, you're going to repeat the cycle. Thus, 5 marriages, right? Even though I got a little better with each one, there still was things that allowed me to keep choosing men that were not going to be able to do for me what I needed them to do for me. Because there were points when I really didn't know what I needed them to do for me. So, you got to know that. You got to get real clear about who you are. I'm finally at a place where I really do love myself. Like I love myself, my flaws and all. And see, that's why I can be honest and transparent about stuff. See, I don't have time for games. Like that's ridiculous to me. I'm way too grown for games. I'm way too grown to deal with foolish stuff, right? And so for me, it's imperative that I live my life in a way that is authentic and real. Like I can be transparent. Like I don't have anything to hide. So funny. People often think that they can hold things over your head. But see, I'm in that place where there's nothing you can hold over my head. I literally have learned how to open myself up and become an open book. Now, I'm not going to say I'm an open book to everyone because you don't have to be an open book to everyone. Everybody doesn't need to know everything about you. But I have people in my life that when it comes to those deep things that I can talk to about. So that's important. It's important to have that. And if you don't have that, then go to therapy. Go to therapy. Therapy is not a dirty word. Counseling is not a dirty word. I think if more Black people went to counseling, like there would be a less trauma and drama, right? Because you would be able to process through stuff, but you want to process through stuff with the person that's the source of the trauma and the drama. It's not going to work. Because you need an outside person to help you work through and get on the other side of it. Because if that person says, listen, I understand what you feel. I understand why you feel the way you feel. But you have to make some decisions for your life. Then they're going to feel like you're ignoring their feelings. It's not that. Not that I'm ignoring your feelings. It's that you staying stuck in those feelings won't get you to the place where you want to be in your life. It won't. It won't solve anything. So Today, we talked about peace. And the scripture said, submit to God and you will have peace. And while Eliphaz was talking to Job and he was implying that Job wasn't submitted to God, which he was, or that Job had sinned, which he hadn't, or that if Job just submitted to God, he would have peace and everything would be right with his life, which is not true, right? You can submit to God and have peace, but it doesn't mean everything is going to be right with your life. It doesn't. It does not mean that. It doesn't mean you won't have problems. It doesn't mean you won't go through things. See, Eliphaz was off on that, right? But he was right about submitting to God and you having peace, right? Because when you really submit to God, then you give it over to him and then he handles it, right? So, or he gives you wisdom to handle it, or he just gives you the peace to walk through it because it is what it is, okay? So today, I want you guys to know that this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to walk in peace. It is the last day of the fast, the last day. Walk in peace. If you can't control it, don't worry about it. We talked about that the other day. Instead of worrying, worship. You know, God is moved by your worship, not your worry. So worship him, thank him in advance for what he's doing. And know this 21 days has been designed for you to see you, not for you to see everyone else, but for you to see you, for you to pull back the covers on you, take the makeup off of you, like pull back the machismo, right? That macho thing that men do, right? Like I'm a man, like right? And really allow God to minister to your heart, to the little boy that's broken because he needed something from his mother or he needed something from his father that he didn't get, or the little girl that's broken because she needed something from her daddy or something from her mother that she didn't get. Either way, you guys, it's time for us to allow God to do a total healing in our life. At least this round, right? I believe we have rounds of healing, right? This round of healing, right? So make today a great day. And know that God has a plan for your life. He has a plan. You know, I had to today to do this because I've got a long day today. So what I had to do was I had to get my workout in, and I was a little behind and stuff because I couldn't figure out how to make something work. But I had to get my workout in. And you guys, let me tell y'all something. That's another thing. If you want some peace, get some physical activity in your life because it'll help burn off some things. You know, it'll help you to release some things. Physical activity is important because it gets your endorphins going. Those are, you know, the things, the happy chemicals firing, right? Some of you don't have happy chemicals firing because you're not working out, you're not doing anything, you're not moving. Walk, do something, but do something to trigger that and make it happen. And if you want to start doing that, you want to start on a journey, join our 90-day physical transformation challenge. Join our 90-day physical transformation challenge. And within that challenge, we're also doing that. Listen, this is what we're adding to the challenge. We're doing a 15-day intensive, right? Where we work out together, a 15-day intensive. Listen, I pulled my card today. I got 14 and it was a core workout and I did core yesterday. I did hot core yesterday. I feel like 14 was not God. That was not God. It was. Nothing happens unless he allows it, right? So we're working out. And what I'm going to do is, because I'm a part of this amazing company, 1044 Pro, and my workouts are always powered by this 1044 Pro bar. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I don't know if I hadn't had that bar, if I would have been able to get through my workout because that bar gave me life, right? But the company actually has an entire fitness center in the back, 24-hour fitness center. Listen, and you have access to a personal trainer, your own personal trainer. Literally, she'll do a personalized, customized plan for you, depending on what your fitness goals are. Where do they do that? And you can have access to all of it for as little as $99. You get the bars, the trainer. Like I'm telling y'all, it's incredible. But this is the other thing. You know, we're in the last day of the fast, and I thought, God, this is so fitting. So what happened today is I got a text from the CEO, and he said, today, this is what we're doing. And today, when you partner with our company, not only do you get the number of boxes of bars that you would normally get, baby, they doubling it up. So if you were going to get one box, you get two. If you were going to get two boxes, you get four. And it also counts for upgrades. If you upgrade today, if you were going to get one additional box, you'll get two additional boxes. I'm just trying to tell y'all, it's some bars out here. It's some bars out here. So if you guys want to know more, be sure to get with me and I can help you get started. But you also get access to our fitness center. Even if you just want to buy the bars, you'll get 2 boxes when you buy the bars. And we also are pre-selling our coffee. So we're going to have our coffee. Our coffee comes out in 4 to 6 weeks. You can pre-order your coffee. When you order 1, you get 2. I like the sound of that. So you guys walk in peace and know this, that God has you. I want to make these declarations over you. Okay. I declare and decree that whatever your hands touch will prosper. Wherever your feet tread, God will give you dominion. That your worst days are behind you and your best days are ahead of you. That the promises of God for your life are yea and amen, which means yes, and let it be so. That everything God has promised you must manifest, because the word of God cannot return to him void. It must accomplish everything that he has sent it forth to accomplish. You are the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath, the lender and not the borrower, and that everything that God has promised is yours. This is your year for redemption. Let the Redeemer redeem you. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Be blessed. Mwah.